it's all the way over there. I'll just whatever you want.
And they even dumb down the hacking to you don't do anything.
No,
press A.
there's not even.
You just hold the Omni tool over the door.
Yeah, there's not even. You just hold it and then you kind of wave your hand at the door.
Yeah.
And hack. Oh, the door open. Don't worry, guys. I got this. You don't even have to do anything. Oh, there's some cheese, but I don't want to go into the drawer and get the knife. It's okay, my Omni tool's got a little cheese knife on it, too. Oh, yes, Gouda. So that was my thought.
So that's your favorite weapon?
Yep, I'm going to say my favorite weapon is officially the Omni tool.
I don't know. I haven't really thought about my favorite weapon.
It's a difficult choice because there's a lot of them.
Yeah, especially when I'm caught off guard and have so many games to sift through in my head. Yeah, stack of games right over here.
We'll record the games. We'll have the people know what they're hearing. And since nobody can see this, it is literally just a shelf full of games. There's
Can you hear it? Can you hear the shelf of games?
Here, we'll echolocate. Can you hear how many there were? I bet you could hear the titles too.
I wish I had the power of Alan Wake's writing. Because he just makes anything come to life.
Anything. So anything you write, just like... Ah! There it is!
Yep, that's what I want to do.
It's like the Death Note, but a lot wider of value.
Yes.
Don't just kill
It
somebody.
doesn't just kill people. It actually does
No,
more
it's
than-
everything.
creates a whole story you can in your head.
I'll just make a world and write it, and then there it is. I feel like, I mean, I don't know, but that could be like a double-edged sword too. It's the same with like genie wishes, which, by the way, genies are assholes.
All the time.
they're never good. Somebody's like, I wish I was hung like a horse, and then suddenly they're putting a noose and they got a really long face. Like, you were hung and you look like a horse.
Except for Robin Williams' genie from Aladdin.
Yeah.
He's the best genie.
Oh, he's like the only genie who actually did what you wanted. Like, he used his genie powers to make your wish come true, as opposed to using his genie powers to be a total asshole. If you've ever read the...
And he sings about it.
a lot. If you've ever read Howl's Moving Castle, in the second book, I believe, Howl gets turned into a genie. And he's a dick. Just always. Somebody wishes, I wish I could escape from this scenario, and he turns him into a frog. Yep. Because he's like, well, you're not in the scene anymore, you're a frog! I'm a genie. Total.
Howl's a dick.
Yeah, he's always a dick. It's just now he's just like a mega dick. I'm amazed people can do podcasts, and it's probably a lot of editing. I'm gonna guess that's what it is. Like all the dead space they have,
Yeah.
they edit it out. I bet that's what we're going to do when we're done with this.
I wish our little group became something like kind of like Rooster Teeth. I don't even know what the hell they do other than podcasts, comics, and RVB.
I want to know.
Videos.
I want to know how a group like that gets together. You know, like how does just a group of people with some very specific talents end up all in the same office? They have their own office.
Yep, they have their own office.
So I want to know, like, do they start off and one person's like, hey, you know, I know somebody who's really good at drawing, and somebody else is like, well, I'm pretty good at voice acting, and somebody's like, I can make Halo characters do what we want. And then they all get together and they make it happen.
And then they have Monty Ohm now as their animation director.
And for those of you who don't know, he did the Haloid movies. So, I mean, very fantastic. You should check
And
those
Dead
out.
Fantasy.
And Dead Fantasy, yes. I mean, all very fantastic. Everything that he does is just brilliant. It's mind-blowing. You should check it out on YouTube. I believe it's still there. Or just watch Red vs. Blue, because they're using him all the time now.
Yep. They even have their own studio in their office.
Yeah. Their own animation studio, their own recording studio, their own music and mixing studio, and they have, like 7 or 8 sets they use? Sets they have right there. And the same thing with, like, Mega 64. They have that warehouse.
How did they get the money for this?
I wonder if warehouses are actually a lot cheaper than people think. Frankly, a warehouse, it's only going to be like $20 a month. because they're shitty and nobody wants a warehouse. You feel like you're going to get raped when you get pulled into one. Oh, that's a good question. Or I read a webcomic, Sandra and Wu, and the author of the comic, I believe, is American. The person who draws the comic is German, and the person who colors the comic is, I think he's from India or Pakistan or something like that. So these are very, very culturally different people. They have nothing to do with each other at all. So I guess this American dude and this German dude just met one day. It was like, I have a lot of really good scripts for a story. And the German guy's like, well, don't worry about it. I'm really good at drawing things. And then suddenly one day they were drawing, and this Pakistani dude is going through Germany. He's like, I don't know how Pakistani people talk. I'm sorry if I offended you. So we'll assume he's Indian for now. He's like, oh, hello there, sir. I see you are very good at drawing. Did you know I am very good at coloring things? And the German guy's like, oh, really? Well, that's quite interesting. He'll take these and color them. And then from that point on, it was just this three-way, I'll send this across the ocean to this guy and he'll draw it, what I wrote. And he'll send it across another ocean to have somebody else color it. Seems like a weird bunch of meetings.
And yet we're a bunch of nerds that have very similar interests, and we can't get together to do one simple thing.
Well, I mean, our talents are pretty similar. I mean, you can draw well.
Okay.
No, don't deny it. Don't you fucking deny it.
What?
I've seen the drawings that you've done.
What drawings?
Like that drawing of your character in the superhero outfit.
Oh,
it was
yeah.
good.
It was okay.
It was good.
It was okay.
Have you seen my drawings? I draw like Pendleton Ward if Pendleton Ward was 5 years old and had never drawn in his life. That's what my drawings look like.
But I've seen a lot of people on AI that have some amazing drawings, and then they're just like, I just sketched this in 5 minutes.
Well, of course, but those are the people who are like, do this kid in 6th grade who could sketch any car. You would just like show him a quick picture, 10 seconds, done. Literally, a minute later, she's like, done. Like, my printer can't print out a picture of this car that fast, and you drew it. I mean, there's always going to be people with, like, that raw talent, but I wish I had that talent. My only talent is being able to listen musically. I can barely play my musical instruments.
Really? I thought you were pretty good with the piano.
I'm alright with the piano. I haven't practiced in forever. I should probably get on that, but I mean, because that's like the easiest instrument to learn. People say guitar is, but I'm gonna say fuck you, guitar. Piano is easy. It's really easy.
It might be easy to learn, but it's hard to be good at it.
Well, any instrument's hard to be really good at it, but I mean, that's my thing is I can hear it. I can hear it, I can kind of recreate it, but I can memorize the whole thing. So that is my only talent. That's what I've got. Other than that, I'm fat, I'm not terribly good looking, and I can't talk to single people very long without them getting weirded out. I can talk to groups, but that's because I don't have to have one-on-one interaction. Yep.
Yep.
That's my skill set right there.
Mine's not much better. Instead of fat, I'm really lanky, and one-on-one conversation is pretty hard. Really hard. I can't hold a conversation for more than 5 minutes.
See, I can... My problem isn't holding the conversation, it's holding the other person there. Because if I get the conversation started, they'll, stick around, but then I'll say something stupid and weird, and they'll be like, oh, this guy's a serial rapist, and then they'll walk away. I'm not a serial rapist, by the way. If anybody ever listens to this, that's not what I do. I do not just rape people. I rape animals, because they can't talk. That's what I'm talking about right there. See? I might just edit that out. This part will never see the light of day.
That's personality, I guess. Sure. we'll rationalize that.
Oh, he's got a good personality at heart, wherever that's located.
What radio broadcaster has the personality of a serial rapist? None.
Like all of them, actually. They sit around in a small booth that's dark, shady. They've got, no lights. They've got no windows, and the only interaction they have is with imaginary people. That sounds pretty serial rapist-y to me. They sit there. Hey, ladies and gents.